So it's going to be brief today. Because sometimes, Jesus, when he tells us, when he preaches things, when we hear his message in the gospel, when we hear his life, his stories, sometimes things take a little elaboration, and sometimes it's like, well, you can't get much clearer than that. And today, when Christ says, whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin, it would be better for him if a great millstone were put around his neck and he were thrown into the sea. Sometimes things are just pretty clear like that. And what does he mean? Very simply, let's ask ourselves these questions. Do we tempt others? Do we bring others into sin? Do we lead others into sinful thoughts or behaviors? Do we justify wrong doing or wrong behavior? Is that how we live our lives? Do we carry ourselves in such a way where we're like, oh, hey, just, it's fine. Well, I'm Catholic or I'm Christian. Yeah, well, you can just go to confession, you'll be fine. Seriously? What? Why? We don't want to justify our wrongdoing. We don't want to lead others who believe in Jesus Christ or others who have goodwill and who are on the path towards righteousness and virtue. We don't want to pull people away from God. Because then what are we doing? Not only are we ourselves sinning, but we're now bringing someone down with us. You know that stupid saying where it's like, if I go down, you're coming down with me? Awful. It's the worst thing. Why should two sin? One's bad enough. Instead of tempting others, leading others into sin, leading others into wrongdoing and justifying our wrongdoing and other wrongdoings of others, we should be leading others into light, into virtue, into eternal life. We should be inspirational towards others, to them wanting to live a Christian life, wanting to live lives of virtue, wanting others to be in heaven with us. We shouldn't say, if I'm going down, you're coming down with me. No. We should be like, I'm going to heaven and I'm going to take as many of you with me as I possibly can. Because that's our goal, is heaven. And we want to bring everyone with us, our families and our friends. We want everyone to be there. We don't want to go the other direction. So let's hear those words of Christ when he says, for anyone who believes in me, if you are to bring someone who, I'm going to read it because I just did a terrible job paraphrasing. Whoever causes one of these little ones who believes in me to sin, it would be better for him if a great millstone were thrown around his neck and he were thrown into the sea. We don't want to be that person who's thrown into the sea. We want to be the person who is striving to bring others to heaven with us. We have those options. Which one are we going to live our lives by? If I go down, you're coming down with me? Or are we going to say, I'm going to heaven and you're coming too?